Good morning. What is going on, everybody? Happy Blues Day Tuesday to you out there in YouTube land. I am Huck, your host for the Morning Mug. And as always, we got a crackling good show ready to go for you. But we gotta kick the show off the way we always do, right? You know the drill. You pick up your mug. I ask you, what's your drink? What's your snack? Because it's time to grab a drink and grab a snack. Oh, because it's time for the morning mug. Bob, don't blow it. Okay, hold on. Bob, are you prepared? Have a seat. Okay, Bob's snacking on a banana. Can't do two things at once. Now, whatever you do while I'm talking, hey, my friends, welcome back to the morning mug. Now, let's chat. Bravo, Bob. Bravo. Anywho, what you got? I got my iced tea this morning. I'm happy, ready to go. Had my breakfast, got the wife off to work, kids sleeping. Exactly the way the world works, y'all. Dogs laying on the couch looking out for riffraffs to keep the show safe. What y'all up to, man? How was your weekend? What did y'all do this weekend? I went and saw several movies. Went and saw The Naked Gun. Hilarious. Look, if you're a fan of the original Leslie Nielsen movies, I don't know why you would not like these. Honestly, they are jokes are a mile a minute. So much so sometimes they don't all land because you might be coming off such an amazing joke a second ago that you kind of just go, huh, okay, on the next one, you know? And sometimes you'll even miss a joke, just like the original Airplane and Naked Gun. There's so much going on screen with the dialogue, but also behind the scenes, like, on the walls and posters and little things like they did exactly what they were supposed to do. So I say, if you're, and look, man, it made me laugh. I showed my daughter the movie. Like, she had never seen the original. So I showed her the very first Naked Gun, and she loved it because she wasn't going to go see the second one. And after laughing her butt off, I'm like, well, she goes, I think you swayed me on the new movie. I want to go see it. I'm like, there it is. And we laughed the whole time. It was a daddy-daughter night, and it couldn't have been cooler. And then also went and saw from 1950 Sunset Boulevard. Oh, Gloria Swanson, William Holden, directed by Billy Wilder. Man, was that great to see that in the cinema and see what it would have felt like, in the 1950s, going in cinema, sitting down, lights go off, and you watch that movie. Oh man, that was so good. Watch my my little reaction out of the theater. I did one for that and for Naked Gun. Go check them out on the channel today. All right, y'all. So welcome into, how do I look? How do I sound? Let me switch over to the mug here. All right. I appear to look and sound decent. Always look a tad blurry or something. But anywho, let me turn on my accent lights behind me. There it is, a little red light come on. You can barely even see it. I forgot to turn on that light right there, but I'd have to get all the way up and go push a button to do that. Who wants that, y'all? No, seriously, who wants that? All right, let's get to it. Let's see who's come into the cafe. Pardon. All right, Stacy's here saying, do you want to see escalator bomb? I see you have capital letters on each of those words, so I assume that's the title of something. Don't know what that is. William is here. Good morning, man. All right, Dave. Huck, good morning. Looking forward to your live stream. Well, here it is. No need to look no further. It's happening. I'm not getting any physical media today, but next week I have 2 things, 40-year-old virgin and Meet the Parents. Nice. I see you got the Nobody 2 logo in your thing now, Dave. Yep, I'm looking forward to that movie. It looks good. What do y'all think about Freakier Friday? That's something that's coming out soon. Kelly, hey, good morning. Huck and friends, watch Robots animated movie. Oh, I remember Robots. Yeah, for the week 31. Watch Thunderbolt Sunday, and Chris was like, oh, wow. Gotta wait and watch that. Yeah, you talking about when they get their little suits on and they're like the Avengers and they see something on the monitor. Yeah. Let's say, show my mom your out of theater reaction to Naked Gun, and she recommends watching Gun Shy with Liam Neeson. Oh, yeah? All right. I'll have to look into Gun Shy. Oh, Mr. Moody. Hang on, let me do a little mimic here. Perfection. What's up, Steve? Welcome, man. Bonnie, Miss Blu-ray herself, has pulled up a seat here in the cafe and parked it. There you go. I knew that somehow I was going to work that back to park. Good seeing you here, Mama. Let's see, Michael's here. What's up, Mr. Hubbard? Greetings. Look at that man with that Boss Elvis poster. Good morning. I was just going to say, you got your coffee and your blueberry muffins. That sounds delightful. Mr. Blue is here. Hello, T-Gray. As he switched it up. Oh, Pepsi Zero, dude. That's what I drank whilst watching Naked Gun. It's funny because I got the big old cup, because I got the Regal card. And you get 50% off your drinks, but only if you get the large. So every time I go in, I have to get the large to get it for $4 or $4.50. And that's less than the small cup. So I always go big. So I went in for Sunset Boulevard, had that filled up with my Pepsi Icy, then drank it. And then when I came back out, I bought the tickets for Naked Gun for $4.45, which is about an hour and a half later. And then they go, do you want a refill? I said, actually, hold on to that refill. I'm going to go get my daughter, come back for Naked Gun, and then you can refill it. So that's what we did. And they refilled it, but this time with Pepsi Zero. I can't do the Icy twice. It's too much sugar. So it's a lot of talk about Pepsi Zero. Pepsi in general. Corey, Mr. Wilkster, how are you, man? Go check out Wilkie, man. He's always got like a cool lunch thing going on. You got a lunch thing happening this week, Corey? Let us know, man. And just get over there, man. Sub to him. Hit the subscribe and the notification button. And that way you get notified with his lunch thing. Maybe I'll pop on there if I ain't working. We can all chit-chat with a Corster. Let's see. Hey there, everyone. Yesterday was Miss K. Well, all right. But she's don't like the flu part. But look, hang on. Get some mojo coming. Happy birthday, Miss Caveman. Little Daniel-san healing, Miyagi type healing stuff there. Everybody, give her a happy birthday right there. Maybe she'll just see a bunch of happy birthdays. It'll just light her up. She'll be like, oh, right? Come on now. Miss Caveman is one of the OGs, man. Got to make her feel good. Hey, the Corey again. Congrats again on your recent success. Ooh, did I miss something, Corey? What is that recent success? I may have missed something. Cavester, tusks. Tiger Blue, what was that? Did you go like elephant hunting and get some tusks? Because we're going to have to chat if you did that. All right, I don't know what's going on with this tusk stuff, but I do know what's happening. Is Adrian James is in the cafe. I'm having coffee. Nice. Hello, happy Tuesday. Saw Thunderbolts last night, Bob. Yeah, I know, Bob. He saw Thunderbolts. He liked it. And Top Gun from Top Gun Maverick. Oh, yeah. Well, I know the Top Gun Maverick director directed F1. He didn't direct Thunderbolts. So I'm a little off on that one there. Let's see. Has the box office stretched at all this weekend? Oh, we going to talk about that. I see what you're doing. I'm going to put a pin in you in case I'm itching to get there right away. Let's see. Just, Bob, get that graphic ready. Caveman's itching. All right. Let's see. Amazon is bringing my Sunset Boulevard 2 days late. Boo! Hiss, Amazon. Look, we still pay for Prime. Let's get a little soapbox here, Mr. Moody. Yeah, and it's expensive now. What is it, like 120 or more a year to have Prime? And you got to do it all in one chunkage, I think. At least that's how mine's set up. And, gone are kind of the 2 day thing. Like some things still come in 2 days. But there was always that guarantee of Amazon Prime 2 day stuff. And ever since COVID, because, and I get it and I appreciate it that the priority goes to people who need medicine and that got the 2 day stuff first. And then we would get our stupid Blu-rays in 5 days. Love it. Fine. Cool. But now that we're back and we hit the reset button and Where did that go? Where did the guarantee of 2 days just go? Because so many things, and it'll say Prime, but sometimes when you still get it, it's yes, you save on the shipping, but today isn't always 2 days anymore. And it's funny too because I didn't order the 4K because I knew I was going to go into the cinema to see it. And okay, so now it's kind of out of my system for a little bit, if that makes sense. So I'm not in a super hurry now to just snag the 4K and stare at it because I'm not going to pop it in. I just kind of, enjoyed that and ingested it, and it's here. It's yeah. I won't need to see it again for a while, but and that was a Fathom event, which means those don't go around everywhere, to put movies like that in the cinema. So it could be that it doesn't pop up where you guys are. I'm sort of lucky that I live near big cities that do that. But yeah, they don't show up everywhere. So yeah, man, get that 4K whenever it gets there. Pop it in. Which one did you get, Steve? Did you get the one that's got like all the swag in it, or just a nice 4K? Because I see a bunch of Zavi versions that has all these postcards and lobby cards and all this swag. I look good and sound good. Right on. Thanks, Dave. Almost here says, how you doing? Is still heat out there. It's hot. It is hot. It's been hotter. It's okay right now. It's not blazing. Nobody too. Excellent. I didn't know that was coming. Really liked it. Yeah, dude. I just saw the trailers for it when I went out to a couple of movies. And it's coming out. Is it coming out this month? Maybe not this month. I forget when it's coming out. But yeah, be on the lookout, man. It's a coming. Saying hey out there. Saying hey. Robots is a great, almost unknown Rod Williams anime. Yes, indeed. I didn't rate Ted 2 anywhere nearly as high as the first one, but Liam Neeson comedy moment at the checkout was superb. Yeah, those you can see that scene on YouTube, I think. Liam Neeson's funny, man. Craig, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Did you watch KRP and Cincinnati back in the day? Because I know we lost Lonnie, and I just saw that the other day. I did watch it. I loved it, and Lonnie was fantastic. She was one of the, one of those hotties back in the '80s, man. So yeah, did I have a Lonnie Anderson poster on my wall? I think it was always overpopulated by Farrah Fawcett posters, but I feel like I may have had Lonnie Anderson. Don't recall. But yeah, I saw that. That was sad. Happy birthday. There it goes. Miss Caveman, you got yourself your first birthday. Luke Pontoster's here. What's going on, man? Doing well? I am. How you doing, bud? How you doing, man? Did you go see stuff this weekend? What'd you do, man? Hello, good morning, everyone. Glad to catch the live stream. Dimension Scott's here. Dude, it's always a pleasure to have you here on the live morning mug. What are we doing, Cave? Who are we dropping? Corey, there it is. In case you're not subbed to the Wilkster, get over to Wilkie's channel right there. There's the thing. And sub. Do it right now. Hey there, how's it going? Adrian, hiya. It's like a karate chop there. Now, Mike does say Bob, the character from... Oh, yeah. All I got to say in the Bob is... Because they always refer to Bob as my assistant, but my Bob is the Bob from Beetlejuice. But yes, it is funny that is the same actor playing Bob. Same guy. Same actor. That's probably what you meant, but I'm also confirming not only are there characters named Bob in both those movies, for those who don't know, it is also the same actor. And I sort of lost my mind when I found that out. I just was, his face kept sticking in my brain. I'm like, wait a minute. I did one of these things. I said, is that the same actor? And like, my daughter's like, I go, hang on. Pulled up my IMDb. And then I just went, lost my mind when I realized it was the same actor playing two Bobs. You know what he's going to be? He's just going to be the Bob actor. You got a Bob in your script? Call that guy. He's got it down. Wrote the movie 2 months ago. Dude. Yeah, that's BS. You should not only have gotten it yesterday, the day before Street. No, there's no instead of. But that's what you should have gotten. Oh, yeah. Instead of getting it late. There's the instead of. That's bull, man. Seems like kind of a joke. Yeah, I know, right? I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Got back my Top Gun Maverick and then Thunderbolts. Yep, and then double Bobs, baby. Look at that. Can't get enough Bobs. Like it's like the Bob double feature. There it is. He says, just a nice 4K. Yeah, I don't care about all the other crap. I have enough art cards. I never, I know, right? And half the time, what I'll do is I'll just, if I want the art cards and don't want to pay the money, I use Shutterfly. Because look, all you got to do is they give you free 4x6 photos. So you just have to like send those photos to your phone and then upload them to Shutterfly and then purchase them as free 4x6s. And there you go. Like that, my friends, you got yourself a sweet little bundle filled with photos and art cards that you didn't have to pay $60 for. They were free minus the shipping. Huckster, hot tip right there. Of course, that you'll then put on your shelf and never look at. But that's beside the point. All right, Fantastic Four, first steps, box office. All right, Hisham, he's teaming up. Let's do it. I don't think we can lollygag on this much longer. This is like the second reference. So, let me do this. Bob, yeah, can you put the box office up? Because I think our friends are itching for a little, box office mojo. Winking and nod. Whoa, there we go. Bob, slide me off to the right if you don't mind. Yo, nicely done. High five. Okay, so here it is, y'all. The box office from this weekend. How bad was the Fantastic Four going to take a hit? Well, here it is. Sitting at number one still, which is good. Superman got to sit there for 2 weeks. Now the Fantastic Four gets to sit there for 2 weeks. However, in doing so, it took yesterday was a 66% drop. Now it's confirmed at a 67.1% drop in its second week, getting 38.6 mil, y'all. So definitely the fan base went out last week. The Marvel fan base, the Fantastic Four fan base. And again, I'm a fan of the Jessica Alba Fantastic Fours. Don't care what anybody says. Those were fun movies. I will go down on that other one from 2015. That thing was awful. Not only is it the worst Marvel movie ever made, it's one of the worst movies for me ever made. It's just terrible movie. But this one's great. I said it last week. I enjoyed this quite a bit. We'll have to talk about the comparison to Superman in just a second. But it did have, I would say, a little bit stiffer competition. Now, let's just see. All right. To play devil's advocate, if you will. So the second weekend of Superman gave us I Know What You Did Last Summer and Smurfs as competition for the Big Blue Boy Scout, right? Also, Jurassic World was still doing pretty well. And that came in second to Superman. So the two new movies, I Know What You Did Last Summer and Smurfs, didn't even crack 2 and 3. They were 3 and 4. And I Know What You Did Last Summer only made 12.7 mil. And Smurfs made 11. So those two weren't even Superman's competition. It was really Jurassic World that took a bite out of Superman a little bit, but not too much because, Superman only dropped 53%, which is pretty normal. But here we have two much more substantial 2 and 3s, and not even 3 and 4s, that took 21 and 16 mil away from Fantastic Four. So, and you can argue, if you will, that the Bad Guys 2 is a little bit of that audience, that family audience. Because look, Fantastic Four is kind of a family Marvel movie because it's about family and she has a baby and it's all this stuff. And you bring the kids to go see Fantastic Four. Now, though, you full on bring kids to go see Bad Guys 2. That is like a kid's dream. And I know that's super popular. My daughter wants to go see that. She loved the first one. I thought the first one was hilarious as well. I do hope to get out and see that before it leaves the theaters. But there it is, 21.9. And Naked Gun, I wish it was higher. I wish that was in the 20s because it brought comedy back. My audience, I don't care what anybody tells you, especially if they're just an online hater, those people, whatever. Be in the theater and listen to the people in your theater. They were laughing nonstop. We had a rambunctious crowd, which was great. The theater was about 2/3 full. It was pretty packed, wasn't sold out, but it was a good crowd. So the laughs just sort of infected itself into the auditorium, which was dope. So I mean, it was funny. I didn't hear anybody walking out going, "Oh man, that sucked." I didn't laugh once. I don't get. I know there's a couple people out there just spoof comedies aren't your thing. That's fine, but if you know spoof comedies aren't your thing, see, and I've seen this too. I'm just sort of poorly quoting somebody, but not. It's like if you know you're not a fan of spoof comedies, don't go see a spoof comedy and then come out of that spoof comedy and say, "This didn't make me laugh. It was stupid." I don't like spoof comedies. I'm like, well, then why did you go? I see that from some people, but that's okay. At least you went and gave it your money, so they'll take that. There's old Superman sitting down there at 13.7, and Jurassic World Rebirth still there at 8.7. However, Superman has better legs than Fantastic Four. Even Superman down there in the fourth spot only dropped 44% from the previous week. Like, it's having very good drops, and Jurassic World has like 33% drops. So those drops are much less significant than Fantastic Four. So I don't know. Where will Fantastic Four end up is a good question with such a drop. It's at 367, million worldwide. It's kind of still got the same thing Superman has, where it's doing better here domestically than it is internationally. Because right now it's close to 200 mil here, but only 170 international. So very, very similar. So I don't know if just, it's China's way because, we'll get the tariffs and all that stuff. If that's just their way of kind of boycotting, American movies, because their market was always robust for us. It was always sort of like one of the biggest markets we could always count on. And even Superman only has about 235 million internationally for that, but 316 here. So it's the same thing for both films. They're both performing better here than there. But there it is. There's your box office, man. Looking pretty sweet. In the end, I think hopefully Soups will fly his way to 600 mil. I don't know how far Fantastic Four will get. Maybe 5, something like that. But Bob, while we're here, let's talk about what's coming out next week. There it is. Weapons and Freakier Friday are kind of the two biggest ones. I just focused on those. If I missed one, y'all let me know. But when I was looking at what was coming out, these are the two that stand out. A lot of people are talking about weapons. It's this thing where Harold Reed says, last night at 2:17, every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back. Say what? Weapons. And why is it called weapons? Look at them kids with their arms out. Look like they're trying to fly. I don't know. But a lot of people are pretty excited. It's from the director of Barbarian. So it's a little high expectations there. A lot of people loved Barbarian. And then we got, look, a playful little sequel, Freakier Friday. Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan coming back. It's nice to see. Look, I'm not going to bash on Lindsay. I'm kind of happy to see Lindsay back. I loved her. I thought they were fantastic in the first Freakier Friday. And I think Lindsay had a fantastic earlier career. She went off the rails a little bit, but that happens to some actors. But this would be really nice if they have a nice chemistry still, a little bit of a comeback for her. Of course, Jamie Lee's still chugging along after her Oscar win, can do anything she wants. So, and I want to say she has producing credits on this film, which is why she wanted to do it. I think she just wanted to do something fun. And there it is. So I think those two are definitely going to take more of a chunk out of Fantastic Four. The question is, so Fantastic Four. Okay. Fantastic Four, it's at, so it drops to 38 mil, right? That's a lot. To go from 115 down to 38. So let's say we cut that in half again. I mean, what are you looking at there? It's like 19 million next week. And that's only if it drops 50%. So this could, I would say, potentially not even be number one next week. it could be Freakier Friday. I don't know if weapons. Here's the thing about all these horror movies: they're always coming out, and people like us kind of like weapons, and we like those kind of things. Weapons is not going to be number one. There's not enough buzz on it. I don't, other than people that are just really into stuff like that, do I hear even talking about weapons. So it'll be top five. Where? I'm not sure. But honestly, I don't think that'll be number one. I think Freaker Friday, it's got a lot more notoriety. It's got star power. It's got the pedigree of coming off of a pretty popular remake. So for me, I think that has the potential to be number one more than anything else. And I'm also kind of hoping that maybe word of mouth on Naked Gun pushes it up a little. Because some movies did that. Some like The Greatest Showman, I think when it first came out, it wasn't killing it, but it stuck around. It just kept going. Its legs kept it right there, just boom, boom, and it didn't really drop dramatically because word of mouth got around. So that is the one I am most anticipating to see its second week on because of that. All right, y'all. So with that, Bob, go ahead and take me off screen. Now I'm going to share something with you guys. This is a code. I got some codes for you guys. These aren't digital codes. It's a different kind of code. Code only the huckster can give you. Now, these are only good until August 10th, which is why I wanted to get these out. There's just a few days left on them. And it's when I was at Comic-Con, Shout Studios had a booth and they were giving out codes. And when I purchased, check out my video. I purchased these pins from Piranha, which were great. They had all these cards there. So they gave me some of the cards so I could take and have the codes because these are going to be dead as of August 10th. It's to give you 15% off if you're going to order something or anything over there at the Shout Studios, Shout Scream, whatever. And they're going to go away. I got mine. These are my two. I'll probably only use one, but just in case. But see, got these little stacks right here. So I'm going to give some out right now. And everybody, if you can, just, maybe take one. But, everybody write it down because some people write it down and then they don't use it. So I'm going to give you two codes right now so you can go there and save 15% off. And who knows, maybe they'll have a sale. I don't even know. I haven't even looked at their site, but I'm going to show them, hold them up at the same time. Here we go. Ready? All right, hold on. There. Oh, that is crystal clear, y'all. Super crystal clear. Look at that. All right. Taking them down. Pause it if you have to. 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go, man. So I'm going to call these done because we've already put them in your faces. So that's 15% off. That's a good deal, man. That is a good chunk of savings right there. So if you go to the website, plug in those codes, man, and get yourself some discounts. Or I knew that was they're going to go away in like 5 days. So I meant to get that to y'all earlier, but they just sort of sat here and I was like, oh my God, I forgot to give these codes out. But man, my cafe audience, you guys are worth it. If I remember, try to remind me, I'll do another 2-pack right at the end of this. And then I'm going to try to use the other ones. I don't know if I'll get to do a night show or something, but I'll figure out how to give away the other ones. But I got 2 more 15% offs coming your way. Here we go. August 15th. There it is. I knew it was coming out. So that'll be next week. So that's going to take a nice chunk out of everything because, that was popular. I knew there was something, that, Bob was going to have to deal with, and Bob, he's not always, look, the banana fills him up. What do you think, Bob? Did you even want to try? Do you? Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you then. If you think you got some moxie, hit it.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? Hey! What's Sue gonna get?
This is why I hate the new. There it is.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? Hey! What's Sue gonna get? And these guys too.
Now the Steelbook crew.
Tell him, Sue.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey! What's Sue gonna get?
I just can't stand StreamYard. Anywho, yeah, we don't know what Sue's gonna get, so all we can do is throw it out there, scratch our chins, think to ourselves, if I were Sue, what am I gonna get? So all we can do is go to it, Bob. At least this is easy peasy. Can you just there you go? Look at you. You're on fire now, Bob. See, it's all those roll-ins. You can't handle them. But yeah, look, where's my round thing? There we go. All right. So this was coming out. Our boy Steve. There's this movie right up there that he got jacked on. It should have been sitting in his mailbox yesterday. Starting at the top, though, we got to say Master and Commander. I know a couple of you got that. Little steelbook. Looks pretty good. Sunset Boulevard 4K. I will be adding that to my collection. But like I said, since I just spent $17 to go see in the theater, since it was a Fathom event, I didn't realize this. Even though it's in my Regal Cinema, but because it's Fathom, your card doesn't count. Your card does not go towards Fathom events. But I wasn't gonna go. Well, then I'm not going. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go see that. So there you go. Better Off Dead 4K. I got the steelbook of that. Like $10. It was at Walmart for $10 or something crazy like that. That new movie Friendship from I think it's the A24, yeah, A24 film that came out earlier this year. That's coming out there. Little digipack. Wolf Children. Don't know that. Let's see. Fires on the Plane. The Burmese Harp. Two new Criterions. I got Burt Convey, or Burt Convey, sorry, Convoy with Chris Christopherson. Burt Convey was the host of Match Game and stuff. Anyway, or was it, what was he, Card Sharks? I think it was Card Sharks. Anyway, I digress. Let's keep going. Late Night with the Devil. The Shaw Brothers, another volume. What is that, volume 5? I don't have any Shaw Brothers. There's not a ton. So that, look, we're already at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and read them all off. What we got? Suddenly in the Dark, 4K. The Devil's Sword, Children of Violent Rome, Fires on the Plane. There that is again. So you get your 4K and your Blu-ray on that. Wolf Children anime, The Universal Theory, The Burmese Harp. Again, two different formats right there. Made in Abyss, The Golden Something or Other, The Capture. Oh, look at that. Okay. And then We Are Still Here, 10th Anniversary Edition, and Recon Complete Collection. There you go. So not a huge thing, especially with that Burt Convey movie right in the middle. Call back. But there you go. Top row, I think, is sort of the bangers of the week for me, since I already have Better Off Dead. And remember, y'all, look, I've already released my video. I hope you've had a chance to check it out about sort of where I am in collecting. I don't just buy everything anymore just to add to the collection and go and get a big old stack of stuff to open up and like check it out. Like 19 things fall out of the box that you quickly put on the shelf, and you might watch one of them in the next 2 months. So now it's very planned, very curated, very thought out what I want to add to the collection. And Sunset Boulevard is that. At some point, like I said, I have it all. I saw it already yesterday or Sunday in the theater. So I will definitely add that. Master and Commander I liked, but I've never thought about seeing it again, so probably won't add that or Friendship, but I do want to see Friendship. And Better Off Dead is in my collection because I love John Cusack. So that is what I've got stewing and brewing. As far as soon the Steelbook crew, I don't know, Master and Commander. That's the Steelbook. You know, Tony. I don't know if Tony's here yet, but I would surmise that they would jump on Master and Commander. I don't think Sunset Boulevard is the Steelbook crew's taste, but I think it's Susan's taste. So I think she will pick that up. And then Better Off Dead, I feel like that's kind of a, maybe the Steelbook crew. I know some of them would like that. So those three, I do think will be picked up by them. That's just a little prediction game we play here on the show. But what about y'all? Any of those things on the top row or anything below? Are you a Shaw Brothers fan and you can't wait to add volume 5 to your volumes 1 through 4? Let me know. Let's see. Man, cheers, mate. I'm definitely going to see that one. Yeah. Nice. Caveman is the driving force behind pop culture. I tell you, man, every time he shows up, it's good stuff. Oh, the Royal Radness is here. What's up, Garrett? Hey, Huckster. Look, you guys know the Rad Man. It's Garrett. Get over there and Born to be Rad if you are not subbed to this maestro of mayhem. He's great, man. I love this dude. Get over there. Born to be Rad. Sub it. Love it. notify it, all that good stuff. Dude's always doing stuff, man. He's such a good live guy too, man. Always pops on live, talks to his peeps like we do here in the morning. So, that's why we love him. Garrett, the Garrett man. Hey, what's up, Tidbit Kid? Surprised they didn't film back in Canada for Happy Gilmore 2. Yeah. Also, didn't like that they throw the whole first movie into the fire. I've been enjoying King of the Hill new season. Did they really? I didn't see Happy Gilmore 2 yet, but like I know, so I've heard from a couple of people they think it's hot trash, but then somewhere it's like, oh, thumbs up, critics love it. I'm like, what? First of all, critics never love anything Adam Sandler does. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, did it just jump the shark? It was just not good. With only a couple months left, what are you excited to see? And next, me, that's Mortal Kombat 2. Dude, I wish I was excited to see Mortal Kombat 2. I did not like that Mortal Kombat. I thought it was just not, it wasn't fun. Man, that 90s movie, come on now. With Cary Tagawa, Shanks, and, Robin Shue is, oh man, I mean, that thing was fun. Fun, fun, fun. And when they're fighting Scorpion and Sub-Zero, that, I love that movie. But this one was boring. That new lead, it was a character that was completely made up, right? To my understanding, is what I learned. Is like he's not even in the game, and the guy had zero charisma. I hope he's not in the next movie because if he is, it will kill it for me as soon as I hit play. So, Dimension, if you, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I want you to see it, knowing how I feel about the first one. So you know that my problem is that lead actor, because the opening was great, right? When Sub-Zero and Scorpion come in, like that was dope. And right after that, the whole movie just, there was no Mortal Kombat, there's no fight in the whole movie. Like, where's the tournament? There's no tournament. It's just people like sneaking up on each other. And then who's the Australian with the eye? You guys will tell me. Who's it? Like Luke? I don't know. What's the guy? The Australian. Anyway, he was my favorite part of the whole movie because he's like sass talking, super funny, and then he's killed. At least I think it's a comic. Well, it's a video game kind of thing. He'll probably be back, but he was my favorite character. And then you off the most entertaining person that when he comes on the screen, you're kind of entertained, and then when he's gone, you're back to boring stuff. So you let me know if it's good. If you tell me it's good, I will watch it. Adrian, look at that. Garrett's all stoked. Finally saw Flow. Yeah, on a 4K rental the other day. Wonderful movie. I'll be wanting to buy a copy of that in the collection. Flow was fantastic. Yeah, I got to see that when I was voting on my SAG stuff and all that jazz. And it was just fantastic. And then, of course, preparing for the Oscars, had to make sure I saw that. And yeah, I know for me, I still like Wild Robot a little more. But that was a beautiful movie. I'm right there with you. It is fantastic. I watched an interesting Lonnie Anderson made for TV movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. What? Jane Mansfield, the life story on YouTube, surprisingly great. Oh, really? Fascinating. Garrett, there it is. Caveman's hooking him up. Speaking about Fantastic Four, I always like to watch Fantastic Four in 2005 on the big screen. What'd you think of storytelling, concept art, cinematography, costume? And your ex-wife? Oh, I mean, dude, you lost a good one. I mean, your ex-wife, she's smoking, she's funny, she's cute, she's talented. I don't know where you went wrong, bro. Should have worked harder to keep her. That's all I'm going to say. Now she's out and about, became available to other people. I just feel bad for you. But anyway, I loved it. I thought it was really great. I have always been a fan of Fantastic Four. It was one of my most collected books. I loved the family unit. The banter between Johnny and Ben was in the comics. And look, Chiklis and Chris Evans, they took that perfectly. They had the banter down. And look, they kind of got it in the new movie too. So they didn't have it at all in that Fantastic Four stick or Fan Four stick, as we always jokingly call it, which isn't bad enough. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a bit. It was interesting to see that they chose sort of a suit for Chiklis so he could act in it. Probably kept the price down as well. It's also funny too because Chiklis is almost shorter than most of the other cast members, so the thing wasn't inherently larger than them, but that was okay. I didn't mind. I thought his performance in that, and I thought the suit looked good. Although I've said this before. I think the new thing in the new movie is the best iteration we've ever had because I love the brow because the thing's always had this eyebrow which they've never gotten right, and the chickless one, and then the 2015 one. It just never looked like the thing. That again, I don't want to say any more about 2015. Everything was wrong about that movie, but they nailed it. I thought the thing was great. I thought Evan, what's his name, did a good job as the thing, but I love this movie. And now the one thing I will say is I don't think the storytelling was all that great. I think Tim's story was maybe not the perfect director for that film. Like that's where I thought it was lacking, but I thought your cast was there, your chemistry was there. And of all of those, because I love the costumes, like cinematography, the storytelling was the one part I thought was a little not the strongest for those. Rad says, awesome caveman. Thanks. Dale is here. What's up, Dale? Dude, day is always great when the Delster shows up. Oh my God, really? It's almost 8:45. I have 11 likes. That's it. 25 watching. You guys are killing me. You're killing me. It's a lot of work here, man. Where are we at now? Let me hit refresh. See, we're at 17. Look, y'all, how hard is it to hit that like button? And Garrett, you're pretty good at it. Like, do you ever find yourself just like you're like 45 minutes in and you haven't said hit the like button once? That's me. I say I just get rolling, man. My brain just takes off going, and then I don't think about the silly little like button. But it does matter. Like the like stuff does work on our channel. So I dare you. I dare you. Come on, there's 3 of you out there that haven't clicked it yet. Punch me right up to 20 in 5 seconds. Let's see it happen. Come on. Do it. Do it. Ex-wife, you dropped the ball. I'm telling you, Sham, I don't know where you went wrong, bro, but I'm sure it was you, not her. I'm just messing with you. Dale, Earl. Everybody's getting a haze in. When I was watching Naked Gun, I was laughing so much. Dude, so let me tell you something, Dave. And this is no lie. Like right here, I gotta take your thing down. Right here, right there in the old abdomen was aching me yesterday. I'm like, man, what? Like I was like, I overdid some crunches or something. Yeah, like you do crunches, huh? So it's overdoing my crunches, but it was right there, and I realized it's because I laughed so much and so hard. Because then I did a test laugh. I went, and then held it and went, oh yeah, that's right there. So when I laughed, that's where the stomach muscles were tightening up, and it was right there where it was a little sore. And I'm like, man, come on. If you can have some sore abs from laughing so hard, that's a good movie. Garrett, you ever have sore abs from laughing? Probably not, because you get your washboard abs just from eating breakfast. But you never know. Maybe some chuckle abs. That's what I'm gonna get those chuckle abs. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get. Right on, man. I wish Naked Gun's numbers would have been number 2 at the box office. Really wanted a sequel. I do too. Like that was so good. And like Liam's getting older too. The last Taken was terrible. I watched that for my trilogy thing. It was awful. I just think Liam sort of invented himself into this action genre late in his career, but it was great. Like I loved his action persona. But now he's like much older, and I would love for him to just transition to the comedy genre because it's probably easier for him to do. It's not as taxing. It's like eventually Keanu Reeves cannot do John Wick anymore, and even Tom Cruise is going to realize it's time to stop doing my own stunts. Like those guys are in their 60s. Liam, like where is he at? Let's see, when was he born? Anybody know? I'm trying to look it up real quick. Okay, 1952. So he was born in 1952. So that puts him up there. But yeah, so I think he should do some comedies more. Hello, Jane Doolette. Nikki, good morning. How are you? Always a pleasure. Tag Blue, just kidding, bro. Now we love everybody. Let's see. I did see Naked Gun, Bad Guys 2 over the weekend. Really like Bad Guys. Loved Naked Gun. Hell yeah. Like I said, I think the only thing that pushed Bad Guys over Naked Gun was that parents were taking kids to go see that instead of taking themselves to go see Naked Gun. So the only thing that I could surmise maybe is maybe those parents that didn't get a chance to go to Naked Gun are all going to leave their kids home next weekend and say, now it's our turn. But I don't know. I don't know, bro. I'm with you. I think, like, look, see, you're another one. You're another person that says you love the movie. I loved it. I laughed. And look, if you know those Naked Gun movies, and if you know the TV show, they do something that I don't think they did in the movies at all at the end of this. I'll just say the end of this movie. That way it doesn't give anything away, but Luke will know what I'm talking about. The end of the movie, you know what I'm talking about? Like, is, I'm talking about how it ends there, that was how they ended all the TV shows. So if you don't even know that, it won't even connect to you. But if you know it, it's a very nice little Easter egg. So come on, man, let's get a sequel on that. Bad Guys Superman took away from F audience. Yep. Show did. Show did, Dale. If you love movie swaps, make sure you subscribe to my man Dale. Yeah. And get a little superhero facts. Yeah. Dale. Get over to Dale. Dale, Steve, Dale, Caveman, Steve, Dale. Hey. Burp. Burp. Have I missed anybody? Let's see. I'm very curious about weapons. I know, right? Like, I want to go see it. Like, it's not high on my list. I mean, neither are really high. Like I need to go see. I want to go see Bad Guys too. I love the first one because I thought the animation had wit to it. I know that sounds like a weird thing to say that the animation was funny, but it was. There was some sort of personality in the animation. Like the people who were putting it together just brought something very funny to how things moved and looked, on top of the lines being already kind of funny. So I don't know. I don't know what I would see this weekend. Like, would I see Weapons or Freaker Friday, or do I want to go back and see, Bad Guys too? Because I want to see that. See, a lot of things are starting to pile on now. Now there's a bunch of stuff I really want to go see, and I know something's going to get lost in the fray. Help Luke reach 1,000 subs. Currently at 850. Get over there, the Luke Pontos channel, y'all. I've been on Luke's channel before. We had some fun over there. Watched Abigail. Did a little watch along over there. Ended up making me dig that movie. Bought it. See? Some things. That's how it goes. I can wait on Freaker Friday till it's Disney Plus. I mean, yeah, that's probably how it's going to happen for me too, Dell. I'll probably see Freaker Friday on Thursday, but I'll definitely see Weapons on Friday. Oh, like you're going for it. See, now you make me want to go for it. Well, I'll have quite the same open schedule as you do, but yeah, my next two movies want to be Nobody 2, so you want to see that. Highest to Lowest, the Denzel Washington one. Yep. Yeah, that could be, man, another good one. Is that one? Hang on, hold the phone. Did I miss that? Is that maybe something that's coming out? When is Highest to Lowest? Oh, this is funny, y'all. So when I saw Sunset Boulevard, they were showing other Fathom event stuff. And one of them is Riff Tracks. The guys that do Mystery Science Theater 3000 spun off to do Riff Tracks. They're going to Riff Track Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme in the theaters on the 15th. So next Friday, Riff Tracks. Now, I don't know if I'll go out to see that because there's so many things to go see, but those Riff Track dudes are funny. And I just thought it was very hilarious that they're going to put a Riff Tracks presentation of a movie in the theater. And we're also, by the way, getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles re-released for its 35th anniversary coming out on the 17th, Texas Chainsaw on the 18th. So we got some very, very cool re-releases coming out, y'all. And then at the end of the month, we got Jaws. So August is shaping up to be one heck of a re-release month. I'm just looking in this month. I'm not seeing the Denzel Washington thing. So if you know when that comes out, let the world know. Oh yeah, you got the remake of the Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage, The Roses, which is just a sort of a new spin on the War of the Roses. By the way, they had a trailer for that. The first trailer I saw didn't do a thing for me. The trailer I saw in the theater kind of did something for me. Like Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, I think I'm in. I think I want to go see that. Yep. Let's see. Hulkmania's running wild. Thanks, brother. Let's go. Rad man. All right. Agency, Chris Stockman. Movie Shelby Oaks. I have not. I have not. See, it'll be curious how Chris's movie does because, being a, movie pundit himself and giving reviews and all that, now he's going to be under the same microscope in which he himself is for other movies that he goes and sees. But when I've seen him recently, he is sort of like he tries to be a little bit more positive towards movies now because he knows what it takes to make one. And look, I've made one myself. I've been, so I also know what it takes to make them, which is why I feel like you almost become more understanding of your criticism because you've been there. So when I say something like, story was just or the acting is I know I've been there and seen it firsthand. So I'd love to go check out the trailer. But more importantly, I will be curious to see what happens with the ratings of Shelby Oaks when it comes out. Yeah, look at that. We lost the Hulkster, Lonnie Anderson. We're getting another batch. We had a batch last week of 3. Now it's like, here we go again. Well, the Hulk, I think, was part of that last batch. Can we stop batching these, man? I know we lost Lonnie, but let's not. We don't have to stockpile all of our beloved celebs. Let some breathing room between them. Highest to lowest. Yep. Want to see that. What up, Eli? What's good, man? Good to see you. Don't forget to slash the like button. Please do that. Get down there, like, slash, slap it around, man. Look, that like button is laughing at you. It's taunting. Says, look, you can't even click this. So sad. And you like say, what'd you say? What'd you call me? And then you just whack it, man. And then he's like, whoa, hey. And then he's on and he's like, kind of felt pretty good. And then you guys have this thing where I'm going with this. I'll stop now. But go slap that like button. Do it. It don't care. How you doing? What's up, G? Doing awesome, brother. Thanks. Oh, well, okay. Has Bob been tested for a drug? No, never. Yeah. I just let him roll. He's cheap. He's very cheap. What's up, Eli? Yeah, he's cheap labor, man. Garrett, my guy. How you doing, rad brother? Let's see. What's Sue gonna get? I don't know. We already asked her. I don't know. I'll have to find out. Sue, I got some unwatched Blu-rays. Don't we all just have stacks of unwatched Blu-rays? That's what I do my challenge for, man, is to give me sort of a reason to get over there and not just see movies I haven't seen, because that was a big thing last year. Is every movie was a new movie I'd never seen, unless the week called for some sort of, watch your favorite movie, which is clearly going to be a repeat. So I think I only watched 2 movies last year that I had seen because it was based on the challenge. Whereas this year is a little different. This year is like, I still want to watch movies I've never seen, but also the other 50% is I want to pull some of this stuff off the shelf that's still wrapped, y'all, and open those and watch those. They deserve love. That's why I watched Silent Running for the Robot Week, because there's a lot of movies I've already seen that I know I love those robots, or, androids, or, synthetic humans. You get yourself some replicants and Blade Runner and all that good stuff. But I'm like, all right, I picked up Silent Running from Arrow because it was, nicely packaged and they redid the image picture and all that. I just remember, like 2001, it having a very slow pace, and I don't recall liking it that much. So this also could have fallen into give this movie a second chance week that happened earlier. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll do that. I don't really remember it all that much, but I do kind of remember not loving it. But a lot of times when I get older, I have more patience and I'll appreciate it more. And it did not. It did not do that for me. I still get its appeal, sort of like Barbarella. I get its appeal, but I thought that was pretty trashy. It was pretty bad. So, yeah, it wasn't what I was hoping. Go watch my review. You'll see. You'll get my full review. All right, here we go. Favorite Ozzy song? Let's see. Well, what's the one? Mama, I'm coming home. That one. Forget the title of it. Maybe that's it. I just like that one. That was always like resonated for me because I was never a big like heavy metal guy, but some songs would kind of sneak into sort of the outer rim, and I would still enjoy it in spite of its genre. But yeah, that one, man. What's the name of that one, Adrian? 20 people and near 15 likes. Let's fix that. Come on, fix that. Fix it. Dan, help him fix it. Great videos, man. Thanks. Sorry to be off topic, but I was looking at the movies and TV shows on your shelf. Oh, and you need to upgrade Lois and Clark. I do. Actually, the good news is, Dan, thank you. I have Flash. He's up there. I have sort of a Blu-ray. And by the way, nice eyeballs, man, being able to see all that stuff. I do have the Blu-ray of The Flash. I was very excited to get that new TV show on Blu-ray. Although I will say this, I don't think they did a good job with those transfers. It did not pop like I was hoping. I felt like it was rushed, and I haven't seen all of them. Maybe it was just an episode or two, but they could have done better on those transfers. But however, yes, Lois and Clark, big fan of those. I know that it's out. And it's Warner Brothers. The good thing about Warner Brothers, Dan, as you probably know, is they tend to do sales unlike Disney. Disney never cares about you. But if you're patient and you wait, a lot of times that whatever Lois and Clark is going for right now, boom, it's going to drop. My only thing is, I hope it has everything in it that these have, because my Babylon 5s, the Blu-rays, while picture looks great, dude, they got nothing. It's stripped. All these good bonus features on the DVDs, and they take up good shelf space. They don't have them. So I'm keeping them. I'm keeping both the Blu-rays. If you go watch my video, I did this big video where I expanded the Blu-rays of Babylon 5 because it came in that crappy tub. I hate those tubs. You just pop the tub open and disco flying out and cut your head off like, I come in peace. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sick reference, Huck. But there it is. It's like, you don't get rid of them. So I'm going to hang on to that until I get the Blu-ray. Do you have the Blu-rays? And can you tell me they are still good with all the bonus features? Because I don't know. If not, I'm keeping both. Otherwise, what I kind of want to do too is take the DVDs out of those and put the Blu-rays into those, just because those are nice looking packages, but they take up a lot of shelf space. Let's see. You ought to drop a super chat to pay for his upgrades. Yeah, man. Wait, I ought to drop a super chat? Who? I need to, who? I think I need a super chat for all the hard work I'm doing. Look, my tea's running out. Yeah, I can. Look, if you guys throw a super chat in there, we'll do a dance. I can't roll in the dance anymore, so you get the dance live. So if you just drop a little super chat, I'll get up, I'll dance. Mm-hmm. Hey, I ain't lying. Here's the thing. Should he? Yes. Will he? No. Because I read a thing where he said he shaved it for something. I forget which. Oh, it was for Wonder Woman 84. He shaved his face, and he said, this is vanity kicking in, y'all. He didn't like the way he looked without it. And that is why, my friends, that is just going to always be his look. Isn't that sort of restricting for an actor to say, this is my look? The only person that works for who has never changed his look is Eddie Murphy. Now, I say that knowing Eddie has worn makeup to become other characters, but check it out. Eddie always has his mustache, and he has that little soul patch right there. And he has since Saturday Night Live. That has always been his look. Even when he was Jimmy Early, I believe, in Dreamgirls, he had the mustache, right? I don't think he was clean shaven. I could be wrong on that. But there's a very few characters. I mean, nothing even come to mind if Eddie Murphy has shaved his face. Because even when he's doing the makeup and all those, like, Nutty Professor and stuff like that, like, he's still got the mustache. So they have to somehow, I don't know how they're gluing that down when he's got a mustache, but maybe he shaves the mustache at the end of the shoot and then does all of those makeup things. Because, we shoot movies out of order, right? It's never in order. So it could be that Eddie shoots the entire movie with his trademark mustache and the little patch there, and then shaves it off and then does all the makeup performances. And then when those come off, he just grows it back. And, that way it stays down. That has to be it. I can't imagine you can glue that stuff down over his mustache. So anyway, that's my mustache rant on Eddie Murphy. Let's see. Still haven't seen Wild Robot. Oh, but let me see. I say do it. If don't even have to do it, is the 52-week movie challenge. Just see Wild Robot. It is so good. It's so good, man. Oh, I watched it with the fam. So it's rare when a movie's over and it's really good. The three of us just start clapping. And we're like, oh my God, that was so good. That is a very rare moment when you feel that way. And we felt that way about that. Not that you will, because again, film is subjective. Like I didn't like Silent Running, but there's plenty of people saying, "Oh, I love this movie," which I get. Like when I posted my reaction, I said, "This is how I felt. Let me know how you feel in the comments below." And there were people like, "I just love this movie," which I get. I mean, every movie's like that. You know. Let's see. I probably watched Terminator. Oh, see, that's such a good one. That's not fair. You know it's good. See, I took a shot at what I thought was bad, and it was still bad. So, see, but no, I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, watch that one, man. It's the way to go. Terminator, you cannot go wrong. I mean, it's an automatic win. It's not even like, hey, how was it? I'm sure you've seen it before, right? You haven't not seen. If you have not seen Terminator, I instantly tell you, command you to watch Terminator for this challenge, whether you have or not. But if you haven't, man, you got to see that. I watched this weekend and loved it. Nice. I can't believe this morning. Smoking the Bandit, Elizabeth Olsen, the highly anticipated action comedy Smoking the Bandit. What? What? Wait, what? There's a Smoking the Bandit. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Are you telling me Smokey and the Bandit? Okay, I'm IMDbing it, and I'm not seeing a 2026 thing. So where are you getting that from, bud? Are you just, I don't know. Smokey and the Bandit 2026. Okay, how about just Elizabeth Olsen? I'll see what she's got coming up in the pipe. Yeah, I don't see up and coming Smoking the Bandit. Let's see it. There it is. There's upcoming 7. She's got Eternity, Marvel Zombies, Seven Sisters, Love Child, Panic Carefully, Once There Were Wolves, and Flesh of the Gods. Those are the things that's listed on Elizabeth Olsen. So I don't know, man. I get a heart attack if I felt she was. I mean, I love Elizabeth Olsen, but you do not mess with the Bandit. I mean, that is a solid gold, one of a kind. Chiklis was perfect as the Thin, and I really liked his rapport with Chris Evans. Yeah, they were great. I'm telling you, if you know the characters, they nailed it. Knocked it out of the park. It's terrific. Incredible cast: Vin Diesel, Will Smith. Wow, you have got a hot take here in this modern take on 97. I'm glad it's late days. Or are you just like pitching me a really funny idea? Because this is cool. If we're like pitching fantasies here, I think you get yourself a killer team here. Modern remake, Legendary Bandit teams up, new friends, embark on adventure. So Vin Diesel, Will Smith. So I would think you'd have to have Will Smith be the Bandit, though. Vin Diesel just doesn't have the charisma at all. You can throw him in the thing with Fred the dog. That dog. Let Vin Diesel have the dog. Let Will Smith be the Bandit and Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah. That's interesting. Is that really happening? I don't see it here. It's an interesting thing. With fun and comedy, hired to transport giant tractor trailer. Okay, I feel like you're making this up as a funny concept. Full trailer. Gold beer across state lines. Bandit quickly finds himself in a thrilling chase with grumpy sheriff. Who would play that, though? Who's playing the sheriff? I did enjoy Happy Gilmore too, but the writing seemed a bit odd and the crafting, the running gags was not the same. I remember anything quotable content from the second, but it's definitely fan service. I gotcha. Putting in their adventure, film brings together charm. I feel like you're copy pasting this somewhere. Bandit, unparalleled, comedic talent stuff. Yep. Witty sidekick. They shouldn't touch Smoking the Bandit. That just seems wrong. Dude, I'm with you. You can't. And the infectious energy of Elizabeth Olsen is a seasoned mechanic. Oh, she's a mechanic. Caveman, you have me laughing. I don't know if this is legit or not. Yeah, but who's going to be Sheriff Buford T. Justice of Texas? Junior, hey, Daddy, I lost my hat. I hope your damn head was in it. So good. Uh, I mean, who? You got to have somebody who is just like, I don't know. I mean, Jackie Gleason is a tough role to top. And honestly, whoever you get, I feel like they have to just do an impersonation. Like it'd be tough to like be as good as Jackie. I was watching this thing on that, and they were saying a lot of his lines, they just let him make it up. You know, Hal Needham, the director, just pointed the camera, go, "This is what's happening. What would you say?" And he even said, "I need a sidekick. I need somebody in the car with me, so I have someone to banter off of." And that's when they came up with the character of his son, which is great. Like the two of them driving around together. It's funny. I saw that, you son bitch. I'm gonna barbecue your ass in molasses. I got them all, y'all. You're not germane to this situation. The goddamn Germans ain't got nothing to do with it. Let's go. Ruthless J. It's still coming. Like a caveman still going out on their heels. Venture, last thrilling, unforgettable moments spoken banter, promises playing a much. You have to tell me where you're getting this from. Is it from your head, or is this happening? Because, like I said, I'm looking at Elizabeth Olsen's credit thing. I'll even look. Let's even look at Will Smith here. Will Smith. Boom. Fresh Prince. Let's go. Fresh Prince. Known for Fresh Prince. Mm-hmm. Upcoming. Oh, yeah, he is the. It's funny. There was a producer on Cobra Kai who said Will Smith, but I thought it was a different Will Smith. Apparently, it's him. Yeah, planes, trains, and automobiles. What? I don't see Smokey and the Bandit. I see Sugar Bandits on his up and coming roster list, but yeah, I don't see it. Let's see. Highest to lowest come to the same day as nobody. Oh, it's gonna be a tough weekend. See, I have to try to do a double feature if I can. I recommend Enemy Territory. Ray Parker Jr. Ray Parker Jr. The singer, and Tony Todd really good. New Era. Wow. Really? Is that like Ghostbusters? That guy? What time is it? Oh, it's 9:08. I got a high tail. 25 likes. Excelsiors. Our friend Stan Lee would say. Let me see. Let me check that out. Let me hit refresh. 28. Oh, you guys, we haven't hit the 30 mark in a while. I'm over the 9:00 mark. I do have to sign off here in a hot second, but look, dudettes, you get me to 30 before sign off? Oh, I mean, let's go. Hang loose. We'll dance from the chair. Let's go. All right, let's just try to plow through these last ones real quick. Oh wait. Hold on. I know you guys are so good. I got to do this, man. I got to. Hold on. I may have to just. Sorry if I forego some of this, y'all, but I got to talk about this stuff real fast. Boop, 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 boop. Bob, get with it. Put that coconut down. I ain't got time. Do it. All right, here we go. The 52-week movie challenge. You guys have been so good chatting with me, but here it is. Look, check it. I had to do 2 weeks in a row because I saw my movie with an awesome soundtrack just after Tuesday. I saw it Tuesday night, and it, of course, was Prince and Purple Rain. I was going to watch the one that KB was watching, which is called Sing Street, but I didn't even know this. Netflix said I couldn't watch it because I was on the lower tier package, and I had to have the upper tier package to watch it. And I didn't know that existed. I thought no matter what, Netflix was Netflix. If you're on the lower tier, that just means you have ads and stuff like that. But I couldn't watch Sing Street. I'm like, since when? Anyway, so I just went to this was going to be my default anyway. I love Purple Rain. It's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Purple Rain, one of my favorite songs of all time. Prince is a gift from the musical gods. That's right. There it is. It's 4 stars, man. I loved it. It's so good. Look, go watch my review on that and you'll see. Yes, I can say sometimes the line delivery from everybody in it, because everyone was fairly new to acting. Apollonia, Prince, Morris Day in the time, that all of those cats, sometimes their line delivery is just it feels like a line delivery, but other times it's good, it's genuine, especially when Prince gets into the dramatic stuff with the parental units going at each other, and I mean he's digging from something. in those moments because he's very emotional and he's crying and like Prince is there. Like whatever's happening on screen, he's right there. So to me, and then the film resolves itself, ironically, at about an hour and a half because it's an hour and 51 minutes. Because the last four songs, it's basically a concert movie for the remainder of the movie. So you can just rock out to the rest of the cool Prince songs. So, yeah, Purple Rain, man, 4 stars, high praise. Next movie, not so high praise. Silent Running. We talked about it a little bit. It was stars a robot, android, or artificial human. Artificial. Okay, I was in a hurry. I mistyped that. Artificial human. It's got Bruce Dern in it. There he is with Huey and Dewey. Louis, of course, bit the big one because he didn't get back inside when there was a storm. And he got ripped his leg off and then he floated into space. Poor Louis. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Great little robots played by double amputee actors so that there could be a performance from these robots and that they walk on their hands. So there's this sort of interesting characteristic to them because of how they walk and move. And it's funny because the little side door on the left, that looks like a ridges. That's the piece that comes off, lets the actors breathe, get some air. I think they can kind of see through it a little bit. So really, Bruce Dern is acting to people inside those things, and they don't chirp and they don't even make R2D2 noises. So my problem with the movie is, okay, you have these robots and they provide not much in the way of conversation. Like they don't beep and chirp, so he doesn't interpret those. He just kind of has his own dialogue with them. Like he'll say something and he'll create a conversation because they don't they make little sounds like that, but they don't beep, boop, boop, beep, none of that stuff. And so sometimes he makes fun of them during a card game because he thinks they're cheating by talking to each other. He's like, hey, none of that. No cheating. I don't know what you're saying. Because he even says, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know it. So, nah. But I don't know, y'all. It's a very slow movie. It's basically a movie about Earth has done it to themselves again. All of our forests and greenery, it's gone. We've ruined it. There's some disease on the planet that's killed it all. And there's these 3 ships up in space that have these domes filled with plant life and, trees and foliage and creatures. Like, and there's even like woodland creatures, bunny rabbits and lizards and turtles and stuff. So they're living in these domes because apparently we've done it to ourselves and we can't do it on the planet anymore. And the weird thing is, I don't know why they're so far away from Earth. They're past Saturn. Why are these ships like so much of this movie is just you have to roll with it. And it's these 3 ships. You never even meet the crews of the other 2 ships. And I'll say this to the point where I didn't know there were other people. You always heard voices on the intercom, but I thought it was mission control calling in saying, hey, we have to go back, jettison these things because they're too expensive. The corporation wants their ships back. They're going to turn them into commercial use. I mean, I don't know why you can't just come back with the domes. Like, do you not have the gas to get there? So much of this doesn't make sense. And how did you get out there with the domes? It's just kind of crazy. So I have to jettison all the domes and blow them up. Why you have to blow them up? Why not just jettison them and let them live as long as they can live and then go? What? You know what I mean? Like, there's just too much. And the script needed some polishing. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you blow them up? Now, because getting rid of them is already a bad thing because Bruce Dern's character wants to hold on to the last dome to the point where he's not doing nice things to his crewmates just so he can hold on to it. So basically in the end, he's the one stuck by himself on the ship with 1 dome and the 2 robots. That's it. And then the other 2 ships leave and say, hey, we'll try and come back for you. Well, that doesn't make sense. Why are they coming back for him? Why don't they just wait for him? Why don't they just get him now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they're leaving, they came right back. Like, I don't know. They just said, there's a storm coming. Let me go around the storm and then we'll come back. I don't know. You know what I mean? So there's just and it's super depressing. It ends depressing. The character isn't really somebody you root for because while he loves the greenery and he'll fight to keep it, he's not a pleasant person to root for. So anyway, clearly I love Purple Rain and I didn't care for Silent Running. That'll be the last time I watch that movie, throwing that sucker into the sellback pile. Now, next week is going to be watch a non-animated Disney movie. So, hey, this could be perfect time to go see Freakier Friday. I just thought this was not planned. So you know what? I may just go ahead and hold off and make I will go see Freakier Friday this weekend because that's the next thing. So yeah, non-animated. It can be even old school stuff with Touchstone, Buena Vista, Hollywood Studios, or Disney because they made live action stuff. But it's going to be a live action movie, no animated. So there you go. Let me just switch to the. I don't even know what my next page is. Let's take a look at it. Oh, Sunset Boulevard. All right, I talked about that. I just wanted to gush, and rave about Sunset Boulevard, which I think I already did. So yeah, just do yourselves a favor if you haven't seen Sunset Boulevard. Gloria Swanson, William Holden, so good. You know, she's a silent film star that has been out of the limelight for over 20 years, and she's super wealthy. Like she had amassed quite the income, being the biggest one of the biggest silent film stars, and she was directed by Cecil B. DeMille, who's now, you know, he's rolling with the times, and he's now making talkies, and she wants to make a new picture with him, and sends him a script, and he doesn't like it, and he tries to, you know, let her down easy, and it's just heartbreaking to watch what Gloria Swanson's character Norma Desmond goes through. So yeah, man, go watch this movie. And of course, lastly, we're going to talk about the packaging. Oh my gosh, we're just milking my time here for Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's go. Look, this is better than that little bed with the freaking head on it that I laughed at 2 weeks ago. I don't know, that made me laugh more. But this isn't bad. I mean, look, the 10 on the right. Look, it's very emblematic of a lot of the 10s. Like the Superman 10 is the Fortress of Solitude. The Rambo 10 was just kind of like, you know, wasn't a lot of artwork on those 10s. A lot of 10s are kind of simplistic because hopefully it's the discs inside, which if you've seen the layout of these, the steelbooks are or at least certainly a version of the original movie poster, kind of without the text and stuff like that, which I'm a fan of. Collectors want those original movie posters. We have nostalgia for those posters, so they got that right. The thing on the left is, and I've seen two versions of this. So this is just a big honking fat red tub. Boom, you pop it open. Not a tub because it'll have spindles for each disc. So it'll have 7 spindles in there. So probably two, and then a couple of flippers on the middle or something like that. But there's also been like a digipack version of this. So I just grabbed this one graphic because I honestly still don't really know what they're going to go with. Is it going to be this? Is it going to be the digipack, which would be more of a book? You just flip the book, and you know they'll slip in like the Back to the Future stuff, or you know those things that have the slip in stuff, and it'll be tucked into there. That's fine. But it's also $100. It's $100 for just a single case with things that slip in. I don't know. I feel like you should drop the price on that. If you're going to go with that over the 10, I don't need the 10. That's fine. That's for steelbook collectors who want that. I don't need it, you know. And honestly, look, I've said it before. I didn't mind my Blu-rays. Everyone rails on those Blu-rays. I was fine with it. Yeah, just for giggles, Bob. Throw me to the right if you don't mind. There we go. I think they were fine. Like I'd never seen all the movies, and that $20 Blu-ray package you can get on Amazon, I think right now still for $20. If you just want to experience the movies and maybe just one time, do you want to spend $100 to do that? Especially if you don't even know the series. Now it's different. If you're a super fan, I think these are key. You know, and I know a lot of people are. A lot of horror fans love this collection right here. Well, actually, right over here, because I'm looking at 2 monitors. I have 2 monitors. Then yeah, they're gonna go for if the steelbooks are sold out. It's, to me, remember FOMO. It's done. And this guy, I don't have any problems having missed that. I wasn't gonna get it anyway. But the 4K, since my Blu-rays were fine to watch those movies for the first time, and in the end, many of those were probably just a one-time watch. The ones I did love is the original, which I have on 4K already. I bought the single, so technically don't need that one. And the other 2 I really liked was 3 and 4, which was what? Dream Warriors and Dream Master. If you guys know it, let me know. So those, I would almost kind of want to wait till the singles come out, and then I'll just buy those. So what are y'all going to do? What's your deal? What's your take? Do you like the 10? Do you like the little snappy snap case where they all just fit in there nice and snug on a spindle? Or if it's a digipack, are those cool with you? And is $100 for either version of those okay for you? Is that something you're going to drop the ducats for? I don't know. For me, that's a wait for sale for me. Oh, hold on, just checking. Work is starting to like blow up over here now. Um, oh well, I'll be. That's fake though. Sorry. All right, I'm just gonna show this. So Caveman just sent this to me. Hang on, I'm gonna go full screen. All right, we're done talking about this. Okay, this is the Smokey the Bandit poster. All right, hold on. So that's so he's the bandit. Really? So Vin Diesel's the bandit. That that just looks like a fan thing. I don't know. And then there's I mean, who's Will Smith though? What is that? That doesn't even look like. You know what? I honestly, that does not look like Will Smith. It looks like one of the Ivory Wayans brothers. Looks like Damon Wayans. I think this is AI. I think someone AI, and that's not Elizabeth Olsen either. Look at that face. That's not Elizabeth Olsen. So I think it's very funny. I think that's all AI generated. Yeah, because the fact that IMDb um, doesn't say it on any of their bios. Yeah, I don't think anybody says it's not a Firebird either. Yeah, I know if it's not a Firebird, it's not the bandit. So anyway, that was very funny to look at though. Caveman, that's very funny. Okay, yep. I see that. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm just gonna kind of go fast through the remainder here. So Big Russell Anderson, Gary, Game, yeah, go. All right, September, yeah, go. Sorry, guys, I have to go quick. Bruce Dern wasn't really my favorite. Silent Running Witch, supposedly heavily influenced early great Star Wars. Well, I mean, did it? Because I mean, he wanted to do Flash Gordon, and then they wouldn't sell him the rights for Flash Gordon, so he made Star Wars. I mean, it could have been influenced certainly by that because he has the robots. I know there was influence. I've seen that before, where he's got the little droids and they have their drones. And 2001, all those things had a little influence on George. But I think inherently, yeah, it was that. Oh, hold on there. Collector Movie Man. Did I miss this? Oh, Blockbuster Box says here. What's up, Michael? Morning, sir. Hope you're doing well. Right back at you, but hope you're doing good, man. Well, let's talk. Let's talk soon, man. I want to see how you're doing. With all the shake up over there on your channel. Go check out Blockbuster Box Set, y'all. That's Mike. Good dude. He's been on my channel before. He does live shows talking about this fantastic. Here, I'll just let me grab this one thing here. I mean, look at this. Look at this sweet stuff. He does this stuff, y'all. Look at that. And yeah, Rocky, man, just as delicious as can be, man. Just solid stuff. This guy knows how to make packaging. Respect the contents that goes in it. And took a little hit, but he's persevering, man, because he's a solid dude. But anyway, go check out Blockbuster Box Sets. He is the dude. Very disappointed. Seinfeld 4K, please. It's sold out. Never dropped down. Okay, maybe it'll come back around. I don't know why, but watching Terry Hatcher to me is extremely. Hold it. You're gonna leave me hanging. Pleasurable. But hey, Collector Movie Man. Yeah, okay. You get it. Here's the dance. I got my head cut off. This is what I normally do. Yeah. All right. There it is. There's your dance, man. Thank you for that. I hope you were still in the house for that shucking and jiving. Get my cardio in the morning. You should drop the super chat to you. Yes. I got that. All right. So let's escape that. Just looking. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold the phone, y'all. Holy hand grenades. This is the problem with getting behind. Look what else. My dude right here, Jing Hatman. Wanted to keep his mustache for Superman and didn't want the bald cap. So they did the wig thing. You know what else? So by the way, thank you. Dude, that was so nice of you. Thanks so much, Mike. That's super cool. Yeah. Another funny thing about the mustache, you probably know the story, right? Since I know you're a big Superman fan too. Donner said, look, okay, you can keep the hair. We'll have all the wigs and stuff. You'll have hair, but you got to lose the mustache. You can't have the stash. And I'll shave mine off too, right? So he goes, look, so let's come back tomorrow to the set, and we'll both shave our mustaches off, and solidarity, two bros. And so Gene Hackman goes home, shaves off his mustache, comes back to set, and he's looking at Donner, and he's got his mustache on still, and he's like, I thought we had a deal, right? You can shave your mustache. He goes, oh, yeah. Hang on. And then he peels it off. It was fake. He peels the mustache off. And Hackman's like, all right, all right. I got it. I got it. And they laughed. That's pretty great. Well, that's pretty hilarious. So, Mike, thanks. That's super nice, man. That just means I'll turn right back around and buy something from your site. But yeah, man, it's long overdue. Got to get over there, get some swag. It's been a while. So let me get back to love seeing your channel. A few more views, likes, all that good stuff. Thanks, Haas, McPizza. Let's climb this sucker. Let's build this empire here at the Pop Culture Cafe. Dan, what's up? It says, I looked it up and the old extras on those collect DVDs are included. Yes, in the Blu-rays. Saw some on YouTube reviews. At least I tell you, probably buy it. Nice, dude. Dan, I'm with you. Let's do it. Solidarity. When that thing drops, I'm totally upgrading. I'm glad to hear that. Terry Hatcher's like, fingernails down chalkboard. Oh. All right. Well, I can't do it. And one more time. Yeah, thanks. Just saw Dangerous Animals last night. Super fun. Courtney finally found a role for himself. He chews the scenery and it's a good time. Noise. Elvis week starts the 8th. Oh, nice. Dude, so what are you going to... So is that your Elvis week or is that like on TBS? Like who's got the Elvis week? Who's doing the Elvis week? And are you going to watch those? Or are you going to do your own Elvis week? So y'all, Michael's a big Elvis fan. So are you going to make your own? So like how I do the 52 week count, are you going to do your own little Elvis week and then hand pick the Elvis movies? Oh man. So and this is what I love. Like not only do I do this channel and hopefully I'll say movies that I've seen that like influence you, make you want to go see them or maybe avoid them or something like that. But Michael's a big Elvis fan, and I saw King Creole from him. He sent me a copy of that, and that movie was great because I did not really have any Elvis movies, and that one was fantastic. Elvis did really good in that. I've seen Terminator. Okay, so it'll be a rewatch for you. Thanks for the super chat, Collective Man. Subscribe to him. That was nice. Eddie was clean shaven. In Norway. Okay, he was. Yeah, I was gonna say I there was an image of his face that had clean shaven. I couldn't remember which movie that was. So yeah, because it did appear to be right. Yeah. I'm checking out Ghost in the Shell. That's a good one. Ghost in the Shell's good. I love that. Oh well, 2. Sorry, 2. I have not seen Ghost in the Shell 2. Nice. Yeah, I do like some anime stuff. Paprika, Akira, Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, some of those things. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I do go out of my way to catch some of the classics. And yeah, thanks for that. Dave Arono, appreciate you, brah. Thanks for that super chat, Blockbuster. Yes. Look, and there it is. There he is. There's my boy. Thanks to Caveman. There's the Blockbuster box sets link right there to YouTube. Go hit it, quit it, love it, like it, subscribe it. Do all that good stuff. Sorry, Smoking was advertisement on Facebook. Okay. It's hilarious, though. All I can say is no one, the remake. Is no on there's no, it's no on the remake. Yeah, Michael, look. Pardon me. Like I got all choked up there. Michael and I are huge Smoking the Bandit fans. You don't mess with Smoking the Bandit. Nope. That is not going to get made. And plus, those weren't them in the picture. J.K. Simmons, there you go. I can see that. Yeah. 29 likes, so close. 30. Let's go. Caveman, we did it, man. On movies, actually, there's a great suggestion. But don't watch a Smokey remake. Original is a classic. Yes. Hook, Netflix. Well, yeah, because some movies just they aren't. It's only a Netflix movie. It's only on Netflix, Sometimes you got to lean on the Netflix, man. Got good shows on there. Got Wednesday coming up. Got Stranger Things. Have a good day. All right, Dave, out of here. Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to plow through this. Since Smoking the Man is supposed. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty funny. Genuine is bad. Yeah, I know it's not gonna be. Like I said, those faces were pretty good. I can spot AI. That was not Will Smith's face. Like the closest was probably Vin Diesel, but he looks dumb with the mustache, and that wasn't Elizabeth Olsen. So leave a like for the Huckster Brothers. Come on, Hoss, let's do it. Sunset Boulevard, probably top 25. Yeah, oh, dude, did you get a chance to see it? Did it show at your theater near you? Never heard it before. Sorry. Sorry, bad Sunset Boulevard joke. Gotta run. Tiger Blue, I gotta run too, man. We all gotta like hightail it out of the cafe. 32. Whoo! Man, look at this, y'all. Y'all are setting records today. Setting records. Look, 35. I'm gonna sign off, and within an hour, kick that to 35. Maybe by lunchtime there'll be 40 because you guys will catch us on the replay, depending on where you're watching this. I would love that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great day. Everybody just have a great week. This Elvis Week. Mike was seeing Kurt Russell in the Carpenter. Yeah, oh yeah, he's seen that. He sent me a copy of that too, and I watched it, and it's awesome. Plus making a big deal this year. Movie Elvis Records, Jail Hills Rock. And we finally got to the bottom with Hoss McPieces saying Shin Godzilla is back in theaters. That's right, we're getting some Godzilla. Love y'all. That is going to do it today. Whew, for the Pop Culture Cafe here at the Morning Mug. We did it, y'all. We did it. This was a rocking one. We sort of plowed through stuff and just kept the day going, kept it lively. And look, I was going to do a night show last night instead of the morning show, but I had to get a computer for my daughter going off to college, and last night was the only night. So we stuck to the Morning Mug, y'all. So maybe be on the lookout for next week. We might do a evening show, depending on my schedule. But that is going to do it for today. So you guys are amazing. Thank you. Best audience and all of YouTubedom. Thanks for being here. Everybody that's popped in that I haven't seen you here in a long time. Thank you for popping by. Garrett, it was great seeing you. It's excellent. So here you go. Until next time, y'all, have a good day. And thank you to these members. To all my cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you on the next one.